Now, for those of you that are unaware, this is their fifth collaboration together. The first time they united was on the 2015 single Drinks on Us, produced by Mike Will Made. From there, in 2016, Future's mixtape Evil. There was a song on there called Low Life. You might have heard of it. It's an incredible track, which featured The Weeknd in there as well. Then when Future decided to, you know what? Hey, we sound great together. And The Weeknd's like, yeah, we do sound great together. When The Weeknd released Starboy, they came back for All I Know. From there, Future decided, I'm going to drop another album in 2017, right after dropping music in 2016. And that's when we got the album Hendrix, his second album he dropped that year, by the way. And his second number one album that year. First one, of course, went number one previously, but with that coming out strong. And finally, here we are in 2023 with a new track together. Now, with some of the history here, I wanted to mention that because I'm going to be not ranking every single track. I might just rank every single collaboration they do have together. But to see where this song ranks in their collaboration so far. But with that, this gives off that After Hours with a touch bit of Dawn FM vibes. We definitely get a large buildup in the beginning when we get the instrumentation building up. You start hearing those dreamy synths drive the songs. You start hearing glimpses and pieces of this killer saxophone performance that gradually just takes over the track. Abel's voice swims better than Michael Phelps. I'm talking about he's over here just across the ocean through these wavelengths of musical notes. It feels like heaven. It feels like heaven. And then Abel, of course, does his part on the song, singing delightfully so. Whenever the instrumental gets stripped back again, we get into Future's part of the song, which I enjoyed. They stripped back the instrumental because Future, I wouldn't say it was a lazy performance or anything, but it didn't have the some of the energy I would have enjoyed from Future. It felt a little bit stripped back. So by reducing the instrumental, letting Future's voice be in the forefront and dominate, it gives a little bit more emphasis on him. And overall, he does a good job where it keeps me engaged. Would have appreciated more Life in Double Fantasy, but I'm okay with it. I'm okay with what we got. I'm enjoying this trend, or I wouldn't say trend, but whenever artists release a radio version of a song, which is usually shorter. That way it could be more enjoyable in the radios, playing wherever. And then we get like the OG version of how artistically they designed it. And I enjoy this because there's moments where I listen to the OG version of the track and I'm like, all right, I love the slow buildup. And there's other times I switch, go into the radio version because, I don't feel like waiting. I don't feel like waiting to get to the build-up. I want to get to the singing. I'm ready to hear Abel. And as far as the double fantasy with the title going into, of course, The Weeknd show The Idol. And honestly, The Weeknd's life being a fantasy to potentially millions. I'm loving the way this is all tying in together. And then Future being a great compliment to that as well. Now, one thing that I do want to state here is, hey, out of these five tracks, which ones do I enjoy the most? Out of these five tracks, which ones are weak? Which are the strong ones? Which ones am I still bumping? I would like to say this. Low Life is easily, for me, the best Future and Weeknd track. I'm putting that at the number 1 spot. Following that, I got to go with Coming Out Strong from Hendrix at the number 2 spot. The way Future was able to just steal the show at certain points. When you have The Weeknd on there, it's the standout track. Same thing. We could say for Low Life. Just these two together are phenomenal. Then I'm going to have to choose Double Fantasy. Yes, I know it's still fresh. There's definitely some recency bias in there. However, I believe this track to be a lot stronger than All I Know. Not to say All I Know is bad. As a matter of fact, I think it's just all right. I think All I Know is just all right. But Double Fantasy, double up. It is doubled up. We got a lot of levels with this. And then, of course, 2015's Drinks on Us. I'm going to be real with y'all. I don't remember it too much. I believe I listened to it like 2-3 days ago. That way I could sort of get a little quick memory refresh on it. And I was just like, Yeah, I could see why I could see why this wasn't so strong in my head. Whatever. So